Economically disadvantaged students are hardest hit by our academic system's failure to take financial education seriously. For them, when they graduate, it's about survival. It's about being able to put food on the table, keep a roof over their head, and in many times, it's about them being able to take care of their family as well. They really don't have a fallback plan in many cases. So if you're coming from a household that's really financially challenged and a mistake comes up or an unexpected expense, it can really set you on a bad path. For instance, a car breaks down, you need $500. Can you turn to your family, or would that put really severe economic strain on them? Can you turn to some friends? If not, that can be the first piece of the domino that causes a lot of bad events to occur. Might start as something as simple as late payments, turns into credit hits. Maybe if in the case of a car breaking down, they can't get to work or school. One simple mistake or getting off course early can spell years, decades, even a lifetime of long term severe consequences. Now, it's important to realize that most of our students today would be considered economically vulnerable. In fact, when you look at the data, 53% are on free or reduced lunch programs. And if you add to that the fact that about 15 to 20% are in households where they're living paycheck to paycheck or they have limited assets, that points to two-thirds of our student body that are experiencing some severe financial strain. I would consider them vulnerable when they move out on their own. Now, what are schools doing to address this? Well, some have equity programs like dual credit courses that help them avoid cost of college when if that's their path. They have career programs, some of them do. They also have some niche programs, all good. But if you're not going to college, if you're not going into that special trade, if you don't fit into other groups, that there's really limited equity programs for them to elevate and really work toward a better position. And they ignore financial education almost completely. Well, they ignore it in the fact that it meets absolutely no academic standards when delivered at the high school level. And it has the biggest impact, and it can set the stage for everything else they're doing in life. It's the most inclusive equity program you can have as well, because this benefits 100% of students. Whether they're going to college, going to trade, you need to know about how to manage money, how to earn money. Whether you're in that two-thirds of economically vulnerable population where you definitely need to know it, or if you're in the upper third where it's maybe not so important, or even if you're a trust fund kid, you need to know how to manage that money at some point in your life. So it's the most inclusive equity program out there as well. And if schools really cared about equity, really cared about advancing our kids, financial education would be a core subject. It again has a tremendous impact on their life. It can really influence their complete trajectory early on in their early financial decisions, and yet they're completely ignoring this. So now is the time. We need to protect our most vulnerable for sure. 100% we need to protect them, but it's important that every kid graduates capable to make competent financial decisions so they can live a fulfilling life. So join us as we promote the Make Financial Education a Core campaign. We feel it's every kid's right to graduate able to make those important decisions